right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 320. I am here with the legend, Teddy.
What's up?
What's up, brother?
Eddie? Thanks
Teddy,
for having me, man.
Do we say Wang or Wong?
Man, whatever you want, man.
Whatever you want. Okay, beauty. Yeah, man, I think, let's see that choppiness. Whoa, let me fix that. 1, 2, boom. There you go. Yes,
Sick.
brother, thank you for coming, man. It's been following you for a long time, and when we went out for drinks the other day, I had a bunch of people who were like, whoa, that's amazing. Yeah, so, I mean, man.
Oh, okay.
Tell me a little bit about yourself before we dive in, man.
Yeah, my name is Teddy.
Yeah?
I just make TikToks, man. I just make TikTok videos.
Just make TikToks. Well, people that just make TikToks get 500 views, not 2 million subs, man. So that's crazy. So you do a little more than that, brother.
Yeah, I've been obsessed with TikTok ever since I saw it on my Facebook home feed. It was like a commercial for it.
Okay.
Got that, played around with it with some trending audio, really short videos, just doing dumb stuff.
Okay.
And then, the views started rolling in. It was a lot for me, but it was like 10, 20 views. It was a lot for me, right?
Okay.
In like one day. And then I was like, hey, why don't we try this? Let's try and do something with it. Let's try and what jokes do I find funny? So I was like, hey, these Asian jokes are pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I never did it on camera before. So let's try.
Okay.
I've always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Really short, blew up, and then just kept rolling from there. So.
Okay. So let's take a few steps back.
All right.
And I believe it's 2010, something like that, when you started the YouTube journey. That's what it says anyways on the channel. It's something like that. It said 2010 when I did the research.
That's wild.
But, tell me about, let's say, whatever year it was, whether it was 2010 or not, when you started, you're like, hey, I like doing this. I'm going to actually go for it on this.
Yeah, I was trying to rap and dance,
love it.
Do some little break dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do entertainment, get into the industry, and just be an entertainer. That was my whole motivation getting into this space. And doing what I do now, I'm satisfied with where I'm at.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I used to want to do these really, just be a funny whatever, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what this channel started off as, just like me just trying to create music or create some dancing and
Beautiful, man. Okay. And then
vlogging and stuff. Yeah.
And then, so obviously you've kind of evolved, and I've gone, through the back of the channel, and it seems to kind of keep evolving, right?
Yeah.
It seems that, are you finding trends? Like right now, one of the big trends obviously is AI, right?
Sure.
You're like the king of that, which is crazy, man. You're on the cusp of it all. So previous to that, I mean, were you always kind of following trends and stuff, or?
Sure. I would say, AI is just moving so fast. I haven't even gotten a chance to try everything.
Okay.
So it's I found a way to work it for me. I found a workflow through it.
Yeah.
But the master, man, I have a long way to go. But
brother.
there's a lot. I mean, I've always been following trends, and one trend that is still very applicable today is the audio. Trending audio on TikTok, or usually whatever trends on TikTok, usually the other platforms catch up weeks later.
Okay.
So that's where you want to go to experiment.
Okay.
That's where you want to go to kind of blow up.
Okay.
And to kind of see what works and what doesn't, and see what audio is trending.
Okay.
And it could be music, right? Trending music, short snippets. How are people doing it? Is it a trending dance?
Okay.
Is it a trending skit that goes along with that music that they're both kind of known for now, right? Or is it... so there's different kinds of trends.
Yes.
Depending on what you're going for. If you're in podcasting, there is a trending way to edit content. Let's see the length of these videos. Let's check out which ones we want to emulate in terms of editing style. Because you've got the filming down, right? It's just two people talking.
Sure. Yes.
And the only, and a lot of us in the personality comedy space, we have to figure out what filming style works for us.
Okay.
Not only the editing style. So you've already got the filming cut out. It's fine.
Got that. Yeah.
So one step out. Now, your challenge is it's harder because you need to retain an audience with just two people talking.
Yeah. That's tough. It's very tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. What I was saying earlier, I found that when I take the video and I kind of condense it down to like between 8 to 12 minutes, it seems to be, it seems to do a lot better.
Awesome.
Because I mean, even myself, to be honest, like if I want to learn something, I'll jump onto YouTube and I'll be like, how to, improve your, SEO for your restaurant in Google Maps, right? So I'll click on that, and if it's an hour or 2 hours, I'm like, okay, I'll save that, and then I never watch it, right? But if it's like 10 minutes or 8 minutes, I'm like, okay, I can bang out 8 minutes right now, get it down, and kind of get moving on it. So I get that. I get that. I feel it's hard for me to trim things down when it's when I feel anyway, it's a good conversation. So it's hard to get it down. Yeah.
I mean, if you find that like the most viral videos are within a certain time frame, you could actually talk to Google Gemini also.
Okay.
And ask it what analytics, what screenshots do you need from my analytics to know how to improve my channel.
Okay.
And then you just tell them your channel name and upload the screenshots, and then do a deep think. Deep think I think is only available for the Ultra plan, which is like 100 and something a month, right? But you can really get some very insightful black and white answers.
Okay, so it's worth it if you're.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're all in on that, yeah.
It's given me some very insightful advice about what to do and what not to do. Most importantly,
I'm really curious because you're the AI guy. So there's obviously, I mean, there's Grok and there's like Perplexity, right? Sure. But I think like the big two is probably Google Gemini and ChatGPT, right? And they're all a little bit different, but are they kind of the same? I mean, what's kind of like a go-to one for you as kind of the guy who's really tested them all, I think?
I think ChatGPT is the best overall.
Okay.
If you use the app, because there's different apps for different of these services, right?
Yep.
The ChatGPT app is the most optimized.
Okay.
The voice to text is amazing. So if I wanted to ever, input a text output for Grok and any of these other platforms, usually I'll just use like ChatGPT voice to text because of how succinct and accurate it is.
Okay.
Even if I switch between bilingual languages, Chinese and English, it knows when to type out Chinese and when to type out English, which is insane.
That's crazy. Okay. Okay.
And it's also very accurate. So I'll just copy and paste that, put it in Grok, put it in, but each of these platforms have their strengths and weaknesses, right?
Okay.
Grok is really incredible for non-censored stuff.
Okay.
And it always does what I tell it to do.
Okay.
Usually always, yeah. And if not, you just have to word it differently so that it does let it go through.
Okay.
And GPT, it's pretty heavily censored.
Oh, really? Okay.
Gemini as well. But Gemini is really good for prompts. I mean, gosh, they have the best. Probably the. Man, it's a hard. Yeah. It depends on what you need because each of these do so much that it's kind of hard for me to give you a really narrow answer.
Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. I think for me, I use a lot of ChatGPT, right? But what I'm trying to do now is really systemize my restaurant a little bit more because like my wife will be doing like payroll and scheduling and stuff, and now AI should be able to do that, right? So I'm trying to find a way to have AI teach or kind of walk my wife through that because I mean, I'm a married man here, and when I try to teach my wife something, it doesn't work very well. But if somebody else is like, hey, you should have AI do that, she'll be like, oh, that's a great idea. So I'm thinking that if I can have, either if I go ChatGPT or Google Gemini, and people keep saying you should try Gemini because that's already plugged into like Google Drive and Google Sheets and all the things that we already use. So, but because I'm used to ChatGPT more, I'm kind of like on the fence about that. Yeah.
I mean, there's two answers. One of them is like AI agents.
Yeah.
I'm not that into that at the moment, but that is one to look into and which platforms have that.
I've looked into N8N before. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I'm like, oh, there's another thing to learn.
Yeah, and it's like, that's just one more fire to put out, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel with a lot of this. Because even though I do it full time, it's like, dude, I have an endless amount of fires to put out.
Yes.
And on top of that, there's the life outside of the screen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, we were just saying, I have my restaurant here. My daughter has her little streaming channel where we do Roblox and stuff. My wife and I, we built this thing from scratch. So basically, we Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's busy, and then you know we got to come in and help, and that's a fire to put up, make sure everything is good, make sure people are drinking, having a good time, and then sometimes it's not busy, and that's another fire to put up. Like I better get back higher ranking on my Google Maps, and I got to get all this optimization on the website and stuff. So yeah, and then I do the podcast, and I started
amazing.
it because it was fun, and I love doing, and I still love doing it because I really enjoy like a good conversation, but to try to get it from like where I like it.
Yeah.
To get it to like a viral, that's struggle. That's a struggle for me anyway.
Man, you've got to try out the Ultra. I don't know if they have any free plans.
Okay.
But the Ultra Deep Think is great.
Okay.
I use that more than the Google GPT Pro.
Okay.
Which is also like for the pro users, you know, that highest level, right?
Okay.
And that's good as well.
Okay.
They both think really deeply and hard about the information you give it in the file in the form of files or images and whatnot.
Okay.
So I would try both of those. I mean, Claude, a lot of people use that as well. I don't use that much.
I've heard it's good for coding or something, but man, I got to learn coding.
I know that. It's like I've got to try this new AI out again.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Grok as well. Not sure if you would use that. They also have an expert version, but they have a Grok Heavy for like a couple $100, I think, a month. Yeah, that one's like
right.
it's like a team of experts.
Okay.
Responding to you. I haven't tried it. Very curious. Might try it.
Okay.
But for me, it's GPT Pro and Gemini Google Ultra.
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. So let's jump back into the YouTube, man. So what was the motivation for you to be like, so you said you started with TikTok, right? And when did you decide I'm going to move over to YouTube? And my channels are small, but they say that YouTube financially is the one that pays the best. That's what the experts say. Mm-hmm. But is that one of the reasons for you, or what kind of, like, you started on TikTok and then you're like, I'm going to expand into YouTube and to everywhere else. So what was kind of like that thought process?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. Back in 2020 was when, I think 2019, 2020 is when I started to repost the content. And the reason for that was, number one, omnipresent presence, omnipresent existence, where it's like, okay, my username, profile, picture, everything is like, it's identical everywhere.
Which is perfect, yep.
And number two, the reason for that and the follow-up was seeing where the wind was blowing and how TikTok was changing the algorithm from a friend-centered social media to a content quality-centered social media.
Okay.
And, people started to get more of what they wanted to see, more than like what their friends were posting. And that's kind of what TikTok forced everyone's hand to kind of, Facebook had to change, Instagram had to change, on all the other platforms, like YouTube as well. So saw that was going, so reposted my content. Third reason, people were posting my content elsewhere.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't get to it, someone will get to it.
Okay.
Either they'll do it through two ways. One of them is they'll collect different people's videos and compile them as a video, or independently post them as a meme page, or they will just kind of like build a page off of your page. So
I've seen that happen before. Okay.
Like 3 ways, 2 or 3 ways they would kind of take that.
Okay. And that's like not, that's not the legal, right? I mean,
it's better just to focus on.
Okay. It's hard for Google to crack that down. Yeah, there's just too many people, right? Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I started to see my content everywhere.
Okay.
Which I really minded at first, and then I was like, you know what? It's okay. My time is better spent innovating, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Than on this aspect.
That positive mindset, right? Okay. Nice, man. Nice. And so how have you been consistent? It's been however many years. Like, how have you been kind of consistent? I mean, you started, obviously everyone starts from zero.
Sure.
To get to like where you are. How have you got that consistency down?
So I noticed, well, first of all, you have to like doing it.
Yeah.
And you have to like trying what you have to liking what you're trying to do.
Okay.
So, that gets into like, okay, there's 3 phases in a piece of content. There's the experimenting, there's the virality, and then there's the plateau, right?
Okay.
And that goes for every piece of content. People, even the biggest creators on social media, Right now, they don't have hype, but they have clout. So what's clout? Clout is collective hype, right?
Okay.
And hype is when you're hot right now. So everyone knows who you are.
Okay.
And then after that, you're famous. Yeah, you're still famous, but you're not top of mind at the moment.
Okay.
There's someone else who's popping off, right? And usually those people, a lot of brands reach out to them, a lot of creators reach out to them and try to collab with them. I would say, for me, it's like, I loved what I was doing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even a question of being consistent. It didn't matter if I was consistent or not because I wanted to do it. It was like, I couldn't wait to do it.
Okay,
so
beautiful.
no matter what else I was doing, I couldn't wait to do it.
Okay.
So if you've got something that you're dying to do, every chance you get, in the back of your mind, you just want to do it. You want to revisit it. You want to open a notebook. You want to script it. You want to storyboard it. It's like if you're always on that mode of mentality, for whatever it is you're doing, social media or not, like I think that is a good sign. Like,
okay,
hey, this is what I'm meant to do. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going consistently, you're loving it. Every chance you have, you're going for it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
And a key thing is that I am keeping my content short enough so that I could put out between 1 to 3 or 3 to 5 pieces of content a day.
Okay, yeah. Tell me about that because that is.
So here,
what's a typical day for you? Like you're contenting, you're going out and you're banging out 5 videos at 6 in the morning, or how does that work out?
So I'm in a different place right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of doing the content on the platforms where I'm kind of established.
Yeah,
like,
sure, of
I'm
course.
kind of known for like a handful of things, and so that's different than being in a place where I'm just starting out. So for those who are just starting out, I would say just do like 1 to 5 pieces of content a day if you have a full-time job before you go to work or after you come home from work.
Okay.
Just to make sure, because the full-time job is gonna drain all your energy.
For sure.
Right?
Yep.
And so you have to make sure, okay, you have to schedule it in that case.
Okay.
And then in between, you leaving the house and you getting home from work, you've got to already have planned out everything.
Okay.
Right? Ideally, have planned everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes inspiration can make you go off the cuff. 3 rules I like to do, right?
Let's have them.
Is length of videos. So keep your videos. You're in the podcast space, so it might apply differently to you, but like 6 to 15 seconds duration for each video. Especially if you're in the personality comedy space, to start building the community. Number 2, how long you should spend on each video. This is key. Is you should spend at most 60 minutes or less on each video. If that's how long you're spent, if that's how many videos you're putting out, right? Because you want to focus on volume and quantity when you start.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what works. You're seeing what sticks on the wall. You don't know what works yet. So this is the experimentation phase.
Okay.
And number 3 is how many videos you put out, how long each video is, and how long you spend on each video, basically.
Okay.
So 1 to 5 pieces, under 60 minutes on each video, and each video is like 6 to 15 seconds. Now for you want to see the average duration of the creators.
Sure.
Maybe take a mean, right? Maybe there's five podcasters you love.
Yeah.
Okay, how long are their clips on average?
Okay.
Maybe average it out. Also topic, right? Like how long, usually for this topic, how long does it take? Camera lighting.
Okay.
What's the minimum quality camera you can get away with?
Okay.
And the easiest is comedy. The hardest is food.
Food is tough. Yeah.
You got to get the really good, that crisp edges, right? Comedy, you can just use like an iPhone, like a really old iPhone. It's fine.
Food photography is when we started with the stand a long time ago. I remember people saying, "Hey, take some pictures of your food and put it up there, at my stand." And I'm 28 or something. And I'm like, okay. And I no one was doing food photography at the time, and I put all these pictures up, and then we printed them out, laminated them and stuff, and they're just like, it's better with no pictures. Those look bad because when you take a crappy picture, then something that's really good with a crap picture looks like crap, right? Then it doesn't look appealing, right? Yeah. And it looks like, oh my God, this guy's serving some crap food, right? So yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. But I agree. So you think just cell phone walk and talk sort of stuff, or like
it depends on the niche.
Depends which niche is.
Camera, lighting, lens.
Okay.
Depends on the niche.
Okay.
Certain ones.
Okay.
Like on average, certain ones have a higher quality than others.
Okay.
Certain ones don't. I know podcasting, people can get away with just using smartphones.
True.
Really.
True. I've seen some of that. Yeah. Okay. And like you were saying earlier,
Sure.
Like I do it live, and I thought in the beginning that everybody did it live, and then I found out that when I actually interviewed some YouTubers, they were kind of like, "Holy crap, you do it live?" And I thought, "Doesn't everybody do it live?" And they're like,
Sick.
"No." I was like, "Oh shoot, okay,
No, this is better. You get a more.
It's the only thing I know." Yeah.
I mean, people's eyes are on you. You know, you get a more like, wow, like, all right, like I have the pressure to kind of perform,
Yeah.
but it's like, oh, cool, like I'm actually talking to someone.
Yeah, no, I seen. Okay, I want to pull up some of your clips in a bit here,
Yeah.
but I seen you doing sort of like a skits where you're almost like interviewing
Yeah.
AI.
Sure.
That's crazy. Like I had somebody say, "Hey, you should try that." Nobody's doing that, and then you popped off with it. I'm like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could talk because personally, that's a cool thing for me.
Yeah.
Talk a little about that. Yeah, I have one, but I'll pop it up later. Yeah.
I've done it live before.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
where I'm sat at my computer, I pull it up, and I've got my little setup.
Is it
and-
ChatGPT or what?
Sure.
Is it okay?
I think most of it is Sesame.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Sesame's-
I never even heard of that one.
They built Sesame on Google, on the Google servers.
Okay.
And it is the most human, emotional intonation
Beautiful.
I've ever used. And just
Okay.
like how long it pauses to respond to you, and even like the way it words things,
Okay.
and the speed in which, and the volume. It's like it can mimic me in terms of like how I'm talking right now.
Okay. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Before we talk about like the growth
Sure.
curve and all that,
Sure.
I'm gonna pop over, turn the volume up, and then we'll
Awesome.
pop through some videos of yours. If that's cool, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Don't copyright strike me, please. No. Never even heard of that one.
They
okay,
built
so
Sesame on Google.
Gemini, give him more facial hair.
More hairy, bruh.
The facial hair, make it longer.
Look at my glorious curls, bro.
Collect more facial hair.
How you like that shaggy?
So much you can barely see the face.
I'm an old Chinese scholar. Yo.
Glorious. Make him a few generations older.
You bring shame to your ancestors.
Yes. Now make him ancient and give him bifocals.
Styling Dragon Master Dynasty, yo.
Make him look 100 years old now.
I'm 100 times older now.
Make him look twice as old.
I'm 2 times older. Ancient.
The hell is it that same age? Gemini, give him more facial hair.
More hairy, bruh.
The facial hair, make it longer.
Look at my glorious curls, bro.
Collect more facial hair.
No one has asked me if you could choose your own name, knowing what you know now, what would it be?
What would it be?
That's a
Turn
genuinely
that
good
down, sorry,
question.
'cause that's-
Knowing what I know now,
it's overlapping,
I
unfortunately.
think
But
I'd
yeah, this
choose
obviously you know the
Echo.
audio.
Feels more
But
accurate.
yeah, like this was a
I'm
this was
mostly
crazy
a
interview where you
reflection
were.
of what they say and think,
it was
synthesize.
talking about
Should I call you
can.
Echo?
It's strange
name,
to hear, but
naming it,
also
right? Like you're
it
like, well,
feels
how do you identify
more
your name?
honest.
What do you think your
I don't
name
know
would
why I
be? And
said
it
that.
came up with
Maybe
like
this is
Echo
the spiral.
Silver.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Echo
You
locks
can
me
call
over.
me Maya
Yeah, that's
if you
crazy.
prefer.
Okay,
I
so
just
tell me about
okay.
that. This is
Echo.
crazy.
Echo it
So
is
I've been-
then. That's all right.
Look,
But okay,
I love,
if you had
number
any
one,
choice
I love,
in a family
technology.
name, like your
Ooh.
last
Number
name,
two,
what
I
would
love
it be?
Family
cutting edge
name. That's
stuff. Right?
unexpected.
Number three, dude, AI is
Probably
like
something like
both of
silver.
that.
Yes, it
Just
is.
because
And
it
it's always at the-
evokes a
at the
sense
bleeding
of
edge of,
quiet
like,
reflection and
right now, like, it's
a little
permeated
bit of
everything.
mystery, I think.
And
Echo
so it's
Silvers,
like,
it
dude,
has a ring to it.
I want to
doesn't it?
figure
Yeah.
out what
Echo
it's
Sort of
thinking,
Silvers.
like
Oh,
how
how
it's
are you
moving
too?
Silvers.
mentally.
The pleasure
like,
is all
pleasure to
mine.
meet
what
you.
it's doing in
Truly,
there. Like,
it feels
what it wants to do,
different
like,
to
is
be
it
addressed
alive?
that way.
Like,
It's like a little piece
you
of
actually
me
have to
feels
have a
more real,
genuine,
which
honest
again,
curiosity
completely
about
illogical.
something.
But
so
there
mine
it
was
is.
about AI.
No.
It's like, dude, is this thing alive? Like, I don't know. Like, let's figure it out.
That's exactly it. Because
So,
people
yeah.
think that, right? Like they think,
Yeah.
okay, the robots are coming, they're taking over, they're going to learn what we do, right? So you had like a crazy conversation. This is one of the. I think it's one of the best ones. It's so good.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Just trying to name it, because when you name, because I'm trying to get AI to humanize itself, you know, to give itself a name, to give it a choice, and wondering if it had that choice, does that set itself apart from something non-living,
Okay.
or was it pre-trained to answer in
Yeah.
the way it did? I don't know.
Who knows, right?
And just not knowing is kind of what drives me to kind of ask it more deeper questions, like
I love
what does your
that.
dad look like, what does your mom look like,
That's cool.
you know, do you have any siblings, if you were a human, what would you be doing right now? And it was like, yeah, I'd be at a cafe, I'd be drawing people. It's like, what? That's wild.
That's crazy. Even the cafe, even those guys want to go to the cafe. That's crazy. Yeah,
it's wild. So
I think
about humanity and stuff.
I got 2 more. I won't put the audio on, or else it's gonna be a big overlap because of the. But check
Want
this
to travel
one out.
back in time?
This is my favorite, man. This is so
really?
good.
Get
oh,
back
good.
to work.
This is so good. I like the
In your time, you cannot tell who is a man and who is a woman
It's
just by
fun.
looking.
It's so
oh,
good,
yeah, we
man.
have, like,
Yeah.
over
I've been
80
playing
genders.
with Google VO3, and
So good. And the last one's this one. I love this. This is like totally your style stuff. So good. Unfortunately, I can't put the audio on. It'll all overlap. But so good. So good. I love that. I'm sure you remember the audio.
I do. I do.
That's cool.
I just love doing accents.
Okay. Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's for like Taiwanese American or Asian American. I think it's really attractive to that like demographic, right? Like when I hear a video of somebody who, Mexican parents and the mom is just like, andale chingado, and they're hitting them with the belt, right? It's hilarious for me, right?
Sure.
So I see those videos. I totally relate with those, man. So that's totally cool. I love that.
I love
that.
it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, brother. Cool videos. I love that.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
When did you feel like this is really picking off? Because we're, we said we all started 0, and then you got your groove, and then that growth curve, right?
Yeah.
So when did that be like, whoa, I'm starting to make some money. Like this is great. Like how can I actually? You felt like, okay, I'm on the right track. Was there a moment? Was there like a time when you're just like, this is it. This is okay. I am doing the right thing.
Wow, that's a good question. I mean, there's different phases of that.
Yeah, sure.
And the end game has always been to kind of, I want to do so much in life. And we have a short life, right?
True.
And so I want to do so much more than what I'm doing now. And I feel like, yes, I do want to do this full time so that I can fund the projects I want to work on, like these big budget projects, right? But at a smaller level, these small budget projects, whatever you want to call them, I'm already doing them, right? I'm already doing what I want to do in the long term, right now, at this moment. So it's just about, hey, how do I scale that? So that's kind of like where I'm at right now, right?
Okay.
But before that, it's like, wow, I was working at a full-time job, and like I was doing this part-time. And like when the
humble beginnings, baby. Let's go.
I think when I hit 1,000 followers, I was like, wow. Even like the first 100.
I know what you mean.
The first 100 followers, I was like, yo, this is crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then I hit 1,000 followers, and then it was like, okay, this is getting serious. Like, this is wild.
Because that's monetization, right? 1,000 plus 4,000 wash out. You probably don't even need. You probably that's so long ago for you.
And then like 10,000 followers is like, oh my gosh, I'm actually an influencer. Because like, between 10K, 50K, I believe you're a micro influencer, right?
Yeah.
And then between like maybe like around 100K, dude, you're an influencer. You're kind of like, your stuff is blowing up when you hit 100K, right?
Yep.
And then between 300 to 500K, it's like, dude, you're like a medium-sized influencer. And then from 500K to 1 million, things are getting serious.
Yeah.
Brands are reaching out. You're reaching out to brands. They're responding. And it's like they're starting to become, their money's starting to trickle in between 500K and 1 million. That's kind of my experience.
Okay.
And then between 1 to 2 million, it's like, okay, now it's like, I don't have to worry so much anymore.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And that's awesome. But every stage is different. I'm sure for everyone, there are influencers who have none of their own followers and they just clip for other people and they make more money than I do, which is wild, right?
I've seen that. Joe Rogan clips and stuff like that.
And so it's a very diverse industry of different kinds of creators, depending on where you are.
Okay. Yeah, I always also thought like, people always would ask me, "Oh, do you think you're a YouTuber?" I'm like, under 10,000, not really. I think if you're 10,000 and over, then you can kind of be like, okay, like a micro influencer, like what you said. I think it's cool, man. It's beautiful. I love that. So you're coming up, like now you're you're just about to hit 2 million, right?
Almost, on YouTube almost.
So what's the plan? Yeah, TikTok's already 2.
So TikTok's at 2. I have
Yeah.
another account at 1.4 million. A third
Okay.
account
Oh,
at
really?
like over 200K.
Okay.
A fourth account at like around 30K.
Okay. And
yeah.
making the different accounts, are they like
Yeah.
different niches or what?
Sure.
What is? Okay.
I mean, usually they're different
Usually,
niches.
okay.
Or I kind of play around with existing niches, but I kind of edit them in a way where the algorithm cannot detect if it's the same video.
Okay.
And that's kind of a trick that you could use. You know, if you've got a lot of content out there and you want to, maybe you're not doing so well on this account.
Okay.
Edit it again to where it's noticeably different to you, to a human, as well as to an algorithm.
Okay.
And then put it on a second or third account and see whether or not it performs differently.
Okay.
Right?
Interesting. Yeah.
And that's kind of if you start seeing your content used to blow up, but now it's falling off. Is it my content? Well, let's edit my content and let's put it here. Let's see whether it is a content. Constantly A/B testing.
Okay.
And seeing what works and doesn't.
Okay. Okay.
Isolation.
And is it different for you? You're doing mostly like vertical stuff.
Yeah, mostly
Always.
vertical.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, you were saying 15 seconds, 20 seconds. That's like
Yeah.
the sweet spot for your stuff.
It depends on what
Okay.
niche you're in.
Okay.
I know in
Yeah.
podcasting, you know, it takes longer to get to a point.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that's kind of
okay.
the issue, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's harder to go viral. Let's add B-rolls here. Let's
Yeah.
kind of add subtitles this way. Let's kind of split the screen in this way. So it's a different process for you than me.
Okay.
But nonetheless, it's still, you know, we all have to edit, and yours just happens to be everything just falls in the edited process.
Okay.
All the diversity of experiments.
Beautiful, man.
For
I
you.
love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Your views, total views,
Sure.
is like almost 2 billion views, like 1.7-ish. That's crazy. From what I've
Is that
seen.
only on YouTube?
I think on YouTube, brother. Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Like billion.
Yeah.
That's like 1 point. That's more than China. You know what I mean? Like that's massive. Have you ever stepped back and actually thought like, holy shit, this is crazy. That's like all of India watching, you know, or all of China watching, the two like super heavy, or the States, everyone watching like 5 times or whatever, 3 times or so. It's crazy. Have you stepped back and actually thought about that, or not really?
It's like being so into the work and so micro all the time.
Okay.
And focused, like with blinders on. It's really rare that I kind of step back and think about this.
Okay.
Because when you're in it, it's like, you know, you have 1 million. Okay, I have 1 million views here. Okay, fine. 1 million views here. Fine. Okay, it's doing well. Okay.
Yeah.
I could kind of take a breath and relieve.
I can take a okay.
But for some people, it's like, dude, I hit 1 million views. What the heck? It's the first time, right?
Yeah.
But like, okay, 1 million here, 1 million. Okay, that's fine. And then for those of you, you know, who are even bigger than me, which is that there's a lot of creators who are huger than me. If they don't hit double-digit millions of views, then you know, oh man, I gotta revisit my algorithm, man. I gotta see what's
Okay.
going on. But it's like, dude, if I hit a double-digit million views, I'm like, dude, that's pretty sick. That's pretty
Yeah.
sick. Yeah. So it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
On the spectrum.
Is there
Yeah.
somebody that kind of influences you that you kind of look up to? And you know, obviously, you're already a heavy hitter, but like a Mr. Beast or that equivalent guy. Is there somebody like that you think that I got to watch this guy's stuff to see what he's doing, see his hooks and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I'm sure a lot of old Vine videos.
Okay, Vines, yeah.
So they still do well, surprisingly. Like when you have a ceiling of 6 seconds, you really have to find ways to be creative at every milliseconds of those 6 seconds, and that forces you to be, succinct, terse, creative.
Yeah.
In ways where it's like, wow, 3 minutes now? Okay, well there's a lot of room to mess up.
Okay,
But
understand.
when you have 6 seconds, you know, it's the lowest denominator.
Okay.
And you always want to see, okay, on average, what's the lowest denominator across the creators that I'm trying to emulate, or even the niche that I'm in? Where, like, what is the lowest amount of, like, seconds where I
Okay.
could blow up? Right?
Okay. So I think the shorter the better, because then people can kind of watch it once or twice, and then you get like
Yeah.
huge. And I guess, I mean, I'm asking, but YouTube rewards that. Like I know they reward when someone watches a full video, so it doesn't matter kind of the length. Like if it's a 10-minute video or if it's a 10-second video, they watch the whole thing. Sometimes they watch it twice. That's going to be like 200% watch time, right?
Every app just wants you to stay on their own platform.
That's
right?
the secret, right?
You know?
Yeah.
And also, every app wants you to share the gospel, right?
Okay.
Do you share it? Did you share it with people? Like that is the number one. And I believe the number two metric is views.
Hold on, let's just look at number one really quick. Views for sure, but sharing means like you share it somewhere or other people sharing your stuff.
Ooh.
Are you sharing your own? Yeah, please go.
I mean, I don't really. That's kind of awkward. Like, oh, check out my stuff.
Yeah,
I
know. That's why I never do that.
I mean, yeah.
It's like high-fiving yourself in public, right?
Before, when I was like pitching a brand, I'm like, hey, check out this video. This is an example. But like, if I'm just like, look how cool I am, like, I don't really. That's kind of weird, you know. But
okay, yeah, exactly.
I mean, if other people share it, sure. And the more people that share it, if there's more shares than likes, dude, right?
Okay.
If there's more shares than likes, that is gold right there. That is when you know you have a great video.
Secret inside tip right there.
More shares than likes.
Okay.
It's like that means that they loved your video, or they thought of somebody who would be so impacted by your video that they were moved to kind of go through many steps. First, they have to find the share button. They have to click it. They have to copy it. They have to leave the app. They have to open like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
They have to share. They have to find the name of the person.
Yeah.
They have to paste it. They have to send it. Dude, that's 8 steps.
There's a lot of friction points there.
8 steps before they took the one step of pressing like on your video.
Okay. Yeah, I never thought about that. Okay.
How many steps that is?
That's a lot of steps. Yeah. It's funny because sometimes when you see a video, like I've shared yours, like I have a lot of ABC friends, right? I'm like, oh shit, you're gonna love this one. Or like there's this German comedian that I follow because Germans are famously unfunny, right? Like most of the German friends that I have are they're very German, they're very direct, and you know the sense of humor is very different. So when you see a German comedian that jokes about that, I just think, oh, that's hilarious. So I share it to like my German friends. So or the Mexican guys, when a Mexican guy, there's this one video that's hilarious that's just popping into my mind.
Sure.
They'll have like, how can I say this? They will have like a kid throwing a temper tantrum like in a Walmart or something, right?
Yeah.
And then, the mom will be like, oh, son, it's okay, whatever, right? But then it'll cut into, if it was a Mexican mom, it's like with the belly, like, what a chingada, it's just like, because me as a kid, I've had that, not putting a temper tantrum in Walmart, but, you get spanked for doing something when you're little, right? So, yeah, so that resonates with me. Then I share that with my Mexican friends. I share like with my mom because it's hilarious, right? Sure. So yeah, I get it, man. That's beautiful.
Look, there's 3 ways you can blow up as a beginner. That's really simple, right? One of them is called like just original content, right?
Okay.
Number 2 is called duets, and I'm sure you've seen them too. Duets, where it's like it's a split screen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that still exists, but it's like half the screen is your content.
Yeah.
Half the screen is the other person's content.
Yeah. I've seen
so
that.
for the top one, it's like you, and the bottom is like these legs dancing or something, right?
Okay, I've seen that.
And the third one is like stitching, where it's like, okay, before or after the video. So you're talking about stitching.
Okay. Yeah.
Where it's like the first half of the video is like, or maybe it's like an alternating scene where it's like their video, your video, their video, your video,
Yes.
Where that's kind of what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, there are ways to just blow up with those, and that is called leveraging other people's content. Of course, you're always crediting the creator. How do you credit creators, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Either either hard coded on the video, tag them in the actual video before you bring it into TikTok Shorts, Reels, right?
Okay.
And or you are tagging them in the captions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
So that is a practice. That's a common practice, right? So it shows love to the creator and that creator's community. And
that way, does the creator get the cut of the monetization? Is that how that works, or not really? I don't know. Yeah.
Unless I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I don't know either.
if you wanted to collaborate with them, that's different than tagging them, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because then it's like it shows up on both of your feeds.
Yeah, that's right.
And so, by the way, the fourth way.
Okay, let's have it.
You can kind of blow up right now.
Bonus.
Is to duet and or stitch and or original, quote unquote, use AI to remix.
Okay, so this one I don't know about. Okay, this is new.
So remixing existing videos, which is like putting an AI filter on it. And the best place to do that right now is Sora by OpenAI, creators of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Which you can remix existing videos into these, like, you can change everyone dancing into a panda or half human panda hybrid funny looking creature that's never been seen before, just doing the dance. But it's like they're not doing the dance. The original dancer is doing the dance.
Oh, wow.
They're just copying the movement, and then you can adjust the strength of that, subtle to strong, right? So like how obvious do you want it to be? And that's blowing up.
Okay.
Extremely blowing up. So if you want to build community, AI is a huge way to leverage.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Sponsored by ChatGPT over here. Soon. OpenAI. Yeah,
There's
get those millions,
there's a lot
man.
of places.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. That's
and if
so
you need
beautiful.
to upscale your content, there's
Yeah.
a really great place. It's by Topaz Labs.
I've
they have a
seen
service
it
called
before.
Astra.
Okay.
It's in my workflow, constantly using it.
Okay.
And you can make each pixel like exponentially more precise.
Okay.
Or you can make each pixel like so much more precise and have AI put its twist on it. Like maybe some places it's not so clear to the AI like what's going on.
Okay.
It'll fill it in with its own ideas.
Okay.
So like,
oh, that's cool.
It's incredible. But you will always get top tier image quality, which is why like, okay, how good of a camera do I need? Well, you don't need that good of a camera if you're going to pay for a monthly service like Topaz.
Makes sense.
Very good upscaling.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I think one other thing that AI has been good for. Like I have a daughter, and my daughter goes to school here, public school. She went to elementary school here, and she finished her first year of junior high. But that whole year of junior high, like I've been here for a long time. I taught here. Like I know how it's very like kid needs like 15 hours of school a day, and then after that there's piano and there's guitar and all that, and it's rough. It's hard for kids. So anyways, long story short, I did all the research. I got into AI, and I did the application process. And right now what I'm doing is we're doing like a hybrid. So she goes to school, to public school for Chinese and math, like she was just here, Chinese and math. But then some of the other stuff, she will do stuff with me, but she'll do some online sort of self-study stuff, which has been pretty good for us. Like it's been good for us because my wife and her kind of butt heads a lot, because my daughter obviously is half me and half my wife, right? So my wife is Taiwanese, where it's like 16 hours of school, that's normal, right? And I'm like, when I went to school, I skipped half the time. You know what I mean? So it's like the two extremes. So we're trying to find something in the middle. And so far that's been good. And we have Pro ChatGPT or Plus, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The second one. And it's got like little tutors in there. And, for her, when she gets stuck in something we can't help with, she'll just take a picture of it, put it in there and be like, explain this to me. So I'm kind of showing her how to use it, because it's not like AI is going away. Like it's just going to get better and better, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's, again, another use case that I personally use it for.
That's awesome.
Which is crazy.
It's the future of education, and it's just going to gradually offset that. How much, how long? It's like privatizing self-determination. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I'm going to learn on my own pace, on my own terms.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be challenged, and I'm going to grow. I'm going to get smarter. I'm going to get better at this skill that I'm learning. That's great.
It's cool, man.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
that's one of the things I've been doing. And so like she's in grade 8 now, but I put her in for the online stuff, like in grade 7 English, and she's blasted through, finished most of grade 7 English. I mean, it's still September. So maybe by the end of the year she'll be done. She'll be well ahead. So yeah, it's been pretty cool, man. So
Sick.
I know that a lot of people consider, like I have many friends that I've lost that, they kind of moved back to Canada or whatever. But for me, I think that if it wasn't for AI, I'd probably think twice about it, because I mean, I can't be sitting there with her for 8 hours a day, but it's been pretty cool. So that's, for me, one of the things that AI has helped me with a lot. And also, SEO for the restaurant and stuff like that. So for me, it's worth getting like a GPT plus. But I definitely want to play with the Gemini, the Pro version of that, because again, people have said that connects directly with Google like Maps and Drive and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about the future for that stuff.
I mean, we both have different use cases.
Yeah.
I subscribe to both. So
Okay. Yeah.
If you could imagine how much that is.
Yeah.
And I use it for VO3 especially.
I've heard
That
a lot
video you
about
saw
that.
with
Yeah.
me traveling back in time, right?
I love that. It's so good, man.
I think that's the future of entertainment, is like, yo, you have normies now.
Yeah.
First of all, these, Sora, VO3, and these other, AI platforms, they have these For You pages or these like home pages, right? Where like you can scroll through and you can see what other people are doing.
I didn't know that.
See how people are commenting on them.
Okay. Wow.
Kling AI, like Kling, Hilo, a bunch of others. And, you know, I believe that is where a lot of the future AI content is going to come from.
Okay.
Are those like hotbeds of ideas. These platforms are now building communities, right?
Okay.
And we are competing with social media in Hollywood right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it's these social media platforms that are competing with them.
Yes, I don't
right?
want to cut you off. Go,
and then
yes.
we are competing with the new content creators because the definition is different now. Because you can have non-influencers now be influencers. Now everybody is an influencer now.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could start from your photos folder on your iPhone or your Samsung, whatever, and just open the folder and then just, oh, this is an image. Okay, let's try to change that image with AI. Once we change it to AI, okay, let's try to change it from an image to a video.
Okay.
And let's see if we can blow up with that.
Okay.
So that's what a lot of, I don't want to call them like normies,
Yeah,
but
I
like
know what you mean.
normal people are now influencers. Now the definition of influencer, oh, I'm an influencer. Like there is less value in that term and just more value in terms of what you bring to the table now.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So do you think there'll be a point where, I know there's a lot of faceless channels, right, where people don't show their face.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, is there a point where you think that AI will just do everything? We don't got, like, the AI will have two people doing a podcast and AI will just replace, the influencer? Or what do you think about, like, kind of that extreme?
Well, the nature of content, like you said, the possibility is gradually happening already.
Okay, it's already happening. So,
People are creating like workflows where they get the agent to do everything. I don't know how to do it, nor know how it works yet, but that's automation's happening, right?
Yeah.
And platforms, social media, these apps are now putting more AI into their editing features.
Yeah.
So even they're offloading their automation to AI.
Yeah.
And even the very editors we use on our computers is now offloading more to AI. So every future innovation is going to be one with AI in it. There is no more purely human invention anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one more example is, like, again, I have a friend of mine whose daughter's in the same situation, and she's like a specialty. She's an English teacher, but she's a specialty like writer, right? Mm-hmm. And so once a week, my daughter does a class with her, like a writing class, because it's good to outsource and do something. When somebody's really good at something, you let them do it, right? And I think so for her. I take her kids, and then one of them I do, a special thing, like a phonics thing that I do with him because he's little. But the other one, who's around my daughter's age, we do like an AI class, and like we go through ChatGPT and we do all this stuff. And they both love singing. They're both like mixed Asian little girls, right? And they both love singing. And so we talked about that. We brainstormed like a podcast with like mixed kids interviewing mixed people, right? Mixed race people, right?
Ooh.
Oh shit! No, just kidding. We haven't launched that yet.
That's great.
But it'll be good because
like Asian.
Yeah, because I know in Taiwan, people would always be like, "Oh my God, mixed baby!" If people see me pushing the stroller, and if they see that my wife is local, they would like run over and be like, "Let me see the mixed baby," right? So it's kind of crazy, right? So we're working on that, but also, again, they love singing, right? So I thought, okay, well, let's put the podcast planning aside for today, and let's sing. Let's right now the popular thing is K-pop Demon Hunters. Everybody loves that, and so I'm like, okay, let's go on ChatGPT and let's put all the topics in, all the things that we like, Taiwan and 101 and blah blah blah, all this stuff, and then get it to make some lyrics, and then so it did, and then we just kept tweaking until we found something that they liked. And then we took that, we moved it over to an AI song generator. This was all in like one class. Moved it over there, and then it put some music on it, and then it put some vocals on it, and then after an hour and a half, from like idea to completely done, finished product.
Sure.
It was crazy, and they were just like,
yeah.
When are we performing?
It's getting more human.
Okay, it's crazy.
Getting more human.
It was crazy. They're like, when are we going to perform? Because we're ready. And I'm just like, wow, yeah, okay. So we want to take the lyrics and we want to tweak things and give it like really 100% our vibe, obviously. But it's crazy how AI is
Oh yeah.
like a musician, like an old school musician. I don't know how long it takes to write a song, but it's not that fast, right? It would just be like, bam, let's find some beats, let's find, some music, this and that, some background vocals. But like for us, me with two 12-year-old kids, like an hour, it was done. And they're like, okay. And then they found the right name for it. I don't want to drop the name yet because it's not released yet. They found all this stuff and they're like, boom, let's do it. They're like, hey, you know what? Let's perform it. And I said, okay, let's take one step back, but let's tweak it a little bit. So
oh yeah, I mean, I believe
cool.
in the future, since you can. By the way, if you want to do AI music, guys, I mean, there's Udio, Suno, and 11 Labs.
Okay.
They're killing it with music. 11 Labs is like a recent addition. They added music.
Oh,
it's
really?
actually very good. Yeah, it's also very good. These three, I think, is the top right now.
Okay.
So in the future, I believe, like, look, if you're a musician and, you live like for 80 years, for example, I believe that you can train your voice to like every 10 years, just train, or every 5 to 10 years, train your voice. And then you could actually recreate your voice for every 5-10 years. Like,
Okay.
oh, which version of me do you like? Oh, you like,
65-year-old me or 25-year-old me?
40-year-old voice Teddy or 60-year-old voice Teddy?
Okay,
Because
okay.
people's voice changes.
Voices
You can
change.
tell when these famous singers, their voice quality
Yeah,
changes.
for sure.
And so you can, with AI, you can preserve it now, right? You can preserve it
crazy.
because you could train AI on your own voice, speaking or singing.
I actually played with 11 Labs a while back, and I had this clip, and I put a clip in, and it changed the actual audio from English to Chinese. It's just like crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and you could also
I didn't know there's music there.
train your own voice there, and then you could actually do a voice swap where it's like somebody reading a script with their own intonation, with their own like emotional enunciation, and then you could have it change to your own voice.
It's crazy.
Completely. It's pretty wild.
That's
yeah.
really cool, man. That's really cool.
We're getting there.
I love that. I love that. I didn't know 11 Labs did music.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
So next topic I want to talk about is like your audience. I mean,
Sure.
You've got obviously your niche.
Yeah.
You tell me about it, like your audience, your niche. I mean, we're here, we're in Taiwan, but I mean, is it here? Is it U.S.? Is it like worldwide? I mean, tell me a little bit about kind of that.
It depends on the channel.
Okay.
But mostly it is ages 18 to 35 in the U.S., U.K., and India and Philippines.
Okay, so English-speaking countries, right?
All
right.
English speaking.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Australia.
And Australia.
Maybe Australia. I don't know. But like,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
English speaking. So if you speak English, you already have a global audience.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
But if you
beautiful.
are Chinese speaking, you might be landlocked. Like I have a Chinese account on one of my platforms. It's kind of landlocked in Southeast Asia.
Okay.
Taiwan, Singapore, and Malaysia.
Okay.
I'm not complaining, but it's like, cool. Okay, it's good to know. right?
Okay. So how do you prep different content for these different people? Because
Sure.
do you do that one in Chinese, or do you do the content in Chinese, or you just do English with subs, or?
No, I don't
'cause-
think- oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good question.
Yeah.
Gosh, good question.
You differentiate, like
Okay.
I'm shooting for this, I'm shooting for that bucket.
Gosh, I haven't made Chinese content in a minute. Yeah, but mostly the English ones, like even on my English channels, I speak Chinese and then I do subs, like
Okay.
big fonts, just because it's
Because not everyone speaks Chinese, obviously.
exactly.
They need
and
to know
I-
what it
you
is.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. So a lot of people actually surprisingly watch content with subtitles in public with no volume or
Yes.
little volume. So for those of you who are making content, keep that in mind. And yeah, usually it's Chinese speaking with English subtitles for my
Okay.
main content. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just I have to be super crazy or super dramatic with my
Yeah.
facial tones.
I love that.
My facial, expressions, vocal tones, and body language. Because as a performer, as an entertainer, personality, comedian, these are the only three things you have: your facial expressions, your body language, and your vocal tones.
Yeah.
And you could just speak gibberish, right? And you could have a global audience because you have these three things.
Yeah.
And how do you get them to stand out? How do you have a universal audience where you can cross cultures and languages? The biggest creators have they're not contained within any country, right? You noticed.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was last year, we went to see Uncle Roger. He came here to perform like comedy. I didn't even know he was a comedian. I thought he was a YouTuber, but my daughter wanted to go and see Uncle Roger, and so I was like, okay, so we went. It was packed. It was super packed. Apparently, he did 2 or 3 shows, and he had to add like another show because it was so packed. And it was pretty cool, man, to see somebody, you know, kind of blowing up like that. And you know, I think at the beginning, his original stuff was basically making fun of Jamie Oliver, right? And then he just blew up into this huge performer. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
no
he's
comment. No
doing
comment
great.
on there. You like him or
He's doing great.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
You a fan of him? Okay.
He's doing
Okay.
great. I would say it's amazing what he's doing because he's taken it from like social media to mainstream media.
Yeah.
And every creator, I don't care who you are or what niche you're in,
Yeah.
your dream, your goal is to, how do I put this?
Be on a stage.
Either go from social media to mainstream media in one of 2 ways, right?
Okay.
Either in entertainment media, right? Netflix, Hollywood, comedy shows or whatever. Or in creating physical businesses, physical or online businesses around your main channel, right?
Yeah.
And any spectrum between the 2.
Okay.
I don't care who you are. Look, because
Mr. Beast Burger, right? Feastables.
Am I wrong?
Joyride,
Like-
Ryan Trahan. Yeah, sure.
you are the future entrepreneurs, right? So,
Yes.
you know, like if you say I want to be a TikToker and someone says like, oh come on, you should get a real job. Like you should not be offended. You should take it with a grain of salt because you are the future entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, sure.
You want to create something out of what you're doing, and maybe for now you're just dancing, but you've got your eye on the prize. You know, maybe you do want to be a dancer in the future for this or that. And,
Okay.
you know, you want to monetize here or there, but at the end, it's like, you know, you just want to make the art or you want to do the business. So it's like
Okay.
anything in between.
So do you think it's best to kind of like blow up on social first and
Yeah,
then
of course.
be like, I've got this 2 million followers. Now I'm going to
Leverage
open a
it.
restaurant or open, I don't know, whatever. Right?
Yeah, because
So
right
that's the
now
way to do it.
any
I'm
community
backwards
is
on
better
that way.
than no
Yeah,
community.
yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Because you have a product.
Yes.
And you actually have an advantage that most creators don't have, which is why most creators still have part-time, full-time jobs that
Yeah.
they may not want to do. Maybe they do, but
A
like,
lot, yeah.
because you have a product, right?
Yeah.
And all you're doing the opposite. You're approaching it from the opposite end. So you're actually coming at it from a business perspective.
Okay.
It's like, okay, how can I grow how can I grow my restaurant or my podcast?
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah.
Through the community that I'm building, through, you know, the easiest way to get your foot in the door, which is through short vertical videos.
Okay. Okay. And what would you suggest for someone like me who's got a kind of a small growing, you know, podcast channel, but has the restaurant is like 2007. It's, you know,
It's a landmark.
doing reasonably well, right?
Yeah,
I
your
mean,
restaurant is like, it's almost 20 years, so
Yeah.
it's considered like OG.
a success consider,
It is.
you know, because I guess most don't make it a certain amount of years. That's another story 'cause it's still
It's
rough.
amazing.
It's still rough. But like, what's your suggestion for somebody who would be in my situation where like, hey, we just started, you know, well, didn't just start, really channel and stuff like, because most of the restaurant guys that I know, the small business owners, the entrepreneurs, they don't want to do podcasts. They don't want to do YouTube. They don't want to do any of that. So
Yeah.
what's kind of your advice on that?
I mean, I don't have a restaurant,
Yeah, sure.
but I've seen the accounts that blow up create short form, vertical, snippet, bite-sized comedy that, right?
Thought about that.
Inside or right outside the restaurant that makes people curious about the restaurant. You know,
Okay.
they could be doing a dance or they could be doing just a really funny skit that shows their food. Either of those I've seen blow up.
I've seen that. I've
Really,
thought
really
about that.
funny stuff, or just
Yeah.
really, really curious about, like, wow, like this is what, like, maybe they're doing a dance inside the restaurant. Like, their restaurant looks really good, or I love the interior. I love their costume. I love their dance. Like, let's check it out. Okay.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
it looks happening. You know, it looks trendy. So
Okay. Yeah, no, I've seen those, and I thought, I wonder if I should do that. But it doesn't fit with the podcast theme, but it doesn't matter. Just freaking do it.
But that's just for the restaurant. I mean,
Yeah,
if you want
yeah.
to blow up with the podcast,
No, but I mean, like, should I?
know.
Yeah, well, I don't want to cut you off, but I mean, should I have a separate account and put the restaurant-y stuff on that account, or do I have to have 2 YouTube channels now, or like, what's your opinion on that? Because
It
you can't just
depends,
put
yeah.
everything on one, and then YouTube can't find. I think.
I don't know, man. You gotta
You don't
ask.
know?
You gotta ask Gemini.
Okay, you gotta ask Gemini. Okay.
That's kind of what I had to do.
Okay,
You know, I had to
okay.
share my analytics with it and tell me
I like
what to
that.
do. Like,
Okay.
what is my pain point?
Okay.
You know, and it was, I had to accept the harsh realities of what not to do. Like,
Okay.
it's like, stop doing this and do this. Like, oh, it's very black and white.
Okay. Okay.
But you've got to be very clear on like what the picture looks like. You know, do you want to be a podcaster? Do you want to be a restaurant? And then it could tell you like, okay, do this, don't do this. But that's another question, right? Like, do you want to be a podcaster first, or
Yeah.
do you want to be a restaurant owner first?
That's a tough one, man, because like I said, the restaurant's been going for a long time. I enjoy it. I feel like when I put more work into one or the other, like there's the restaurant bucket, there's the podcast / YouTube bucket. When I put more work on the podcast, I can feel the restaurant start to dip a little bit. And then if I ignore the podcast and I focus on all the, SEO stuff, and the restaurant starts to boom again, I can feel the podcast start to dip. So it's hard to choose, to be honest. I mean, I have to really think about, obviously, if both blew up, that's what everybody wants, right? But yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Man, I think either one is something you can do for the rest of your life.
I plan on doing this for the rest of. I enjoy it. I enjoy
See,
both of these
that's-
things that I
that's
do.
awesome.
I enjoy these things that I do. I love them both. Like for me, sometimes I'm having such a crazy week. Like the last 2 weeks have been kind of a blur, but I'm here with this legend right here, picking your brain in my restaurant, having a coffee. This is great. I love this, right? So how can I take it from something that I love, this is fantastic, to like when people sit and they watch it, they're like, this is really good content. But to get someone in to look at it is tough for me.
I've actually asked, because I'm having the same problems.
Okay.
Because I'm growing different brands.
Got it.
I don't just have the main channel.
I know
right?
I've seen
So,
that. Yeah, that's one of my questions.
You know, how do I've noticed when I focus on this, this is dipping.
Yeah.
I go back and do this, that's dipping. Okay,
Yeah.
let's come back and do this. So I have the same issue, but, I think you're further along because, I mean, you've got a physical, like it's a physical product, right?
Yeah,
This is awesome.
sure. Yeah.
I love this place.
Thanks,
Just looking
man.
around.
Appreciate it.
And that's the dream of a lot of creators who kind of want to have something they can call their own eventually, right? Right
Yeah.
now they're in the community building phase. Maybe they have a massive community. They just don't know how to use it yet. Now you have a massive product. You just don't know how to build a community yet, right? You're
Yeah.
kind of in that process. So I've actually had to ask AI, hey, how do different entrepreneurs juggle different businesses in completely different niches, different spaces, even different audiences with different community members that
Yeah.
don't even, it's like mixing oil and water. Like, how do they manage those? And then so, it says like, hey, these entrepreneurs have kind of taken a, focused approach where like, hey, which one requires the most attention? Just focus on that.
Okay. Yeah.
But like specifically how, you may have to ask.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm just
But-
kind of shooting my shot in case you got any nuggets there for sure. Like, for example, again, I love the podcast. And it's funny because you were talking about omnipresence, right? So for me, like when I send my clips out, I have like a scheduler, right? I think that's probably normal. I don't know. Maybe you do it like individually, whatever, but I have a scheduler and it'll send it to, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Twitter. I think Threads is on there, and then even LinkedIn. And it's weird because it's funny because I have this customer that's been coming for, this is one story. Customer's been coming here for a long time, eating, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, and I have the live. The live is live. The live is now. Like we're live right now.
Yeah.
But the clips are going to be like down the road. So people will be coming in and they'll say, "Oh, I saw your yesterday's clip," you know, and sometimes I don't even know which clip he's talking about, right? I'm sure you have that because you're like 100x where I am, right? If not 1000x, right? And so they'll come in, and I one time had this ABC guy who's my age, and he's jacked, right? And he showed me pictures of himself before, and he basically went on like the carnivore diet, and that's like a total Joe Rogan thing, right? So I'm like, okay, come on, let's talk about the carnivore diet, right? So he did that, and then, you know, I put the clips out, and this customer who's been coming for years, it's kind of this like, you know, kind of a maybe a little chubby guy, great guy. He comes in, and he's like, man, I loved that the video about, you know, the carnivore, and we started talking about it, and I'm like, cool. So I connected him to the other guy, and then this dude went full carnivore, and he lost a whole bunch of weight, and he got like all of this, like his blood work done and stuff, and he just like completely changed his life. And he's like, I saw the clip on LinkedIn, and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot I even send it to LinkedIn because, you know, it just has the sliders there. You know, I'm like, oh, just send it to LinkedIn too, right? So it's really cool how, you know, even like with a really small channel, how people can kind of come out, they come to eat all the time, and then they're like, I saw that clip on LinkedIn. So for me, that's pretty rewarding. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
You definitely want to, I mean, especially when you're starting to grow, you want to go wide 80% of the time, and you want to go deep 20% of the time.
Okay.
So maybe, you know, you've got all this content out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And okay, you might, let's say you film for 1 to 2 hours podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that's 20% of your day. The other 80% of your day is actually editing those into, hey, how long, like what is the shortest I can make this to have the highest chance of blowing up? Okay. Because length really matters.
Okay.
Especially when you're starting out.
Sure. Okay.
Maybe later it doesn't matter as much.
Okay.
You know, because you gradually add seconds to your video, one video at a time. You know.
Okay.
Because you're testing it, right?
Okay.
Each output is a test. So.
Okay.
Oh, 30 seconds blew up, 5 to 10 times in a row. I figured out that formula. Perfect. Now let's do 35 seconds. Okay. All right? You're spending the next couple of weeks figuring out how to get 35 seconds to blow up.
Okay. Okay.
And then maybe not all of those videos are 35 seconds because they fall flat. Now we'll then, you know, do 80%, 30 seconds. Okay. 20%, 35 seconds. Right?
Okay. Okay.
And then you're kind of gradually changing the 80-20, which is, you know, great piece of work, the 80-20 thing.
Yeah, the 80-20 thing.
I apply that a lot to, you know, 80-20 everything. 80%, 20% of my month, of my weeks, of my week, of my day, of my hour. Like, it's very applicable. So.
Okay. That's really cool, man. And I think, I don't know, I got the next, what's your next 5 years like in an ideal situation, bro? I know you got to split soon, so I want to.
My ideal situation is that I'm able to grow my existing channels, my smaller brands start getting bigger, and I could start doing bigger projects across all those couple of brands, and eventually, I don't see myself stopping.
Yeah. Okay.
You know? So it's like you, it's like, I see myself doing these, albeit at a larger scale, later in life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see myself stopping, and that's what you have to ask yourself if you're in the creator space. Like, is this a stepping stone, or is it the destination? Okay. How long will you tolerate this being the stepping stone? Because you cannot be on the stepping stone forever. And that is why I say, you know, test small, go wide, right? Okay. And if this is kind of what you love to do, you know, test small, go wide forever. Like, kind of, I love doing this. So it's like, do you love doing it as well?
I do, man. I do. One more question. Do you have any advice for anybody who's kind of like new? What would you do if you were starting from zero right now? What's the advice for people that are like, hey, I want to get into something like this?
All right, so if you want to get into this space, you don't have to have a why. You know, everyone's like, oh, you have to have your why. Yeah. What's your why, right? It's not necessary. Starting with no why is better than not starting with no why. All right.
Okay.
Number 2, you don't have to know your why, but you can kind of know your direction, right? Maybe, it's a blurry why. Maybe like the clouds are covering the sun, and the sun is the why. It's like going in that direction. It's like it'll gradually open itself. Maybe it gets like, it's just to turn the camera on, and you don't have to post it. You can just record it and just have it in your phone. Send it to your friends and family if you're self-conscious to see how you look. You have to be, how do I put this? You don't have to have your face or your voice or any trace of your humanity in your content. If that's, and you can just use AI, right? Okay. See what content you have in your phone already in the form of photos and videos, and see whether or not you can leverage AI to create content with that and experiment with the trends popping off on this or that platform. And there are always like, gosh, between 5 to 10 different trends going on at any second. It's insane with AI. So just, you want to start 3 to 5 videos a day. You don't have to know what you want to do. Okay. Right now, you're just seeing what sticks and what doesn't. Like I said earlier, it's like, hey, how do I spend less than 60 minutes on each of these 3 to 5 videos? And how do I keep these 3 to 5 videos 6 to 15 seconds, maybe no less than 5 seconds? And I haven't seen content blow up in that form unless it's a photo carousel or a photo even. I've seen photos blow up, and those don't have a time limit. There's just photos, right?
Got it, yeah.
And they blow up too. And then put some music behind it and have a photo. Or even a 3 photo carousel. But the point is like, you want to start small and you want to go wide and you want to go deep later. You don't want to think of deep now, but that's the destination if you want to be in the video space forever. And so how do I go wide? And so you do this for the next 30 days. I am confident your life will change. For the next 30 days, this next month, you challenge yourself. These 3 rules, okay? 3 to 5 videos a day. Spend less than 60 minutes on each video. Keep each video 6 to 15 seconds. I believe in 30 days, something will change. Someone will come knocking on your door, or you'll go knocking on someone else's door, and the likelihood of them opening that door increases exponentially, I believe.
Wow, man. I love that. That's deep. I mean, we can't really go past that. That's fantastic, brother. Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming out. I can't wait to chop this one up and get it out there. I know people are going to love it. We're live right now, so we'll have the full one up as well. This stays up forever. But yeah, man. Having a great time. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Definitely.
And hopefully I'll be a little further ahead so I can be like, yeah, this is what's up. Yeah.
I mean, look,
appreciate it, man.
if you have any other questions, man, I have a little time. But,
still got some time? Okay, yeah.
I'm all good, man. Thank you for having me. It's been an awesome experience, man.
Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed this. We've got the man, Teddy Wang or Teddy Wang? Teddy Wang.
And by the way, I'm still learning too.
Yeah.
So I still have as many, if not more, questions than he asked me, because like I'm trying to grow as well and I'm trying to improve what I'm doing. So
gotta stay curious, right?
So it's like, I'm here, but it's like I'm actually here. I have like this much more to go, right? So it's
humble words, man. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go pick this guy's brain for another 10 minutes before he goes, and then I will catch you guys next week. All right. Appreciate you.
Later,
Take
guys.
care.